Wow, what an announcement. You can tell I'm not unhappy. Well, there you go. Daniel Levy has stepped down as CEO of Tottenham Hotspur, and about bloody time too. Well done, Daniel. You listened to me. I did say it was time to go. And thankfully, for whatever reason has gone on, whatever things have gone on behind the scenes, you have seen sense. You've understood that it is time to go. You cannot take the club any further. And you have gone after 24 and a half or nearly 25 years. Well, let's just have a quick look. Let's have a quick look back at 25 years and let's see what's happened with our club. ENIC bought the club. I think the shares started going through, the transfer of shares from Sugar to ENIC, I believe was either December 2000 or a couple of months after, into 2001. First thing they did was get rid of George Graham. I think Pleat stood in for a bit, and then they appointed Glenn Hoddle. And we had the vice chairman, can't think of his name off the top of my head, coming on the TV screen telling us we've got our Tottenham back. Well, actually, today, hopefully, we've got our Tottenham back. So, absolutely delighted. And here's to the news. Anyway, we've had, what have we had? We've had 25 years with a couple of trophies, 7 finals, 17 semi-finals, and a lot of underachievement, and a lot of, we're nearly there, but we're just those couple of players short, 3 players short. We were always short under ENIC and Levy. So, what can we take from today? Obviously, there's stuff going on behind the scenes. Who's going to take over as CEO? That's a good question. That will be something for the Lewis family to work out. Drifting back, let's go back over the history of the last 25 years. There have been so many situations where we have had top players on the brink of joining the club, and transfer negotiations have broken down, one after another after another. Funny, we had Juan Mata nearly there, didn't get him over the line. Chelsea came in, bang, Mata went to Chelsea. We had Zaha, who came to the club, wanted to join, didn't join. I wonder why. We had Mane and Wijnaldum, who both came to the club with Poch. That was the beginning of the season where we finished second to Chelsea. Oh, what a difference those two would have made. 7 points difference between us and Chelsea when we finished second. Definitely. That would have made the difference. Then we just go on. There were so many. Grealish, that deal fell through. Ruben Diaz, under offered, could have come to Spurs. Jose went for Ruben Diaz 3 months before City. We didn't offer the right money. Diaz stayed, and then he went to Man City 3 months later. That was in the January window. We were in the earlier window, September, October, which was the window after COVID, where the season ran late, and so it went on and on and on. Even this year, you know, this summer, somehow we lost out on 2 players who had release clauses. I've never heard of that before. Morgan Gibbs-White and Eberechi Eze. So what can we deduct? We can deduct that we never quite got there over 25 years. The club, who were one of the big 5 in the 90s, with Everton, Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal, we're no longer part of that big 5. We are probably best of the rest now. Unfortunately, we have diminished a bit in the standing in Europe, in terms of the Premier League, in terms of European standings. You know, okay, we've been in Europe 15 out of the last 17 years, and we've been in the Champions League 6 or 7 times since probably in the last 10 years, I think. But we've always been the nearly club, haven't we? Which was why, obviously, it was so important that we won the Europa League last year to get the monkey off our back after 17 years. Now, hopefully, after years and years and years of not quite getting there, always being close, you know, charging the fans top money. We are paying the second highest prices after Fulham's brand new stand that opened last year. Our lowest price is the second highest out of all the clubs in the Premier League. I think there's only one club that charges more in terms of the lowest price. And it's about time, you know, it's just about time that the fans got something back. This is really important now, that they find somebody who is great for the club, that wants success for the club. Maybe the Lewis Trust have looked at this. They put Peter Charrington in, who is Joe Lewis's financial advisor, and he's looking at it thinking, do you know what? We can make good money out of football. Let's go for it. You've started seeing changes at the club during the transfer window. Thomas Frank came in, brought all of his staff in. We had a situation where we thought after Gibbs-White had signed that we had spent 120 million in 3 days on 3 players. That has never happened before. And I did say that was the change from Tottenham. Unfortunately, Gibbs-White didn't go through, but you've got to see the ambition there. Frank has come in and demanded his own players. Data analysis have now got to be built around the players who Frank wants, not the players that Tottenham wanted. Read into that what you want. So all of this is looking good. Vinay has come in. I was told a few months ago that Vinay is running the football side. Hopefully he will be, and he will carry on doing that. And hopefully, having worked for Arsenal for 14 years and seen how, you know, Arsenal have been, they're in the Champions League for, I don't know how many years. Was it 21 years on the spin? Top 4, 21 years running. So he's been part of a club that's been successful when they weren't winning league championships since 2004, which, funny enough, coincided with David Dean leaving a couple of years later, and things sort of fell off a cliff a bit. They were still winning FA Cups through the last few years of the Wenger reign. So Vinay knows about working with a club who are successful. All I can say, wrapping up now, is just summing up. Levy has left. In terms of the commercial work he's done, excellent. He's helped build Spurs up into a financial juggernaut. And now, unfortunately, we all said, keep him off the football side. Now he's leaving. Hopefully we can get somebody in who will run the commercial side as well as he did. And I'll give him credit for that. But as far as a football chairman is concerned, and as a fan, this is what I am, and we all are fans. He was bloody useless. So let's hope we get people in now who are going to run the football side of things, who are going to make this club the big club that we used to be. Tottenham Hotspur is a great club, and we deserve, and the fans deserve, glories like we had when I started watching them from the 60s onwards, when we were buying the big players. We had the Ardiles and Villa that came in straight after the World Cup win with Argentina. We had Klinsmann come in 94. We bought top English players like Gaza, like Teddy, like Darren Anderton. We had, going further back, we had the great double team. We had Greavesy come in. We had Peters come in. We had Gaza come in. And those three, we broke the transfer record every time. We were always at the forefront of it was Division 1 at the time. We might not have been a league team. We never had enough good players to win the league, but we were winning cups consistently. Now's our time. Hopefully Spurs, Lewis, Charrington bring the right people in to run the football side. If it's Vinay, if it's someone else coming in to help Vinay, brilliant. Get Paratici back in with his team. Let's go for it. Tottenham Hotspur, hopefully we've got our Tottenham back.